Hey friends, it's Pastor Ray. Welcome to Refuel. Let me first of all tell you why I'm so glad you're on this. This is a run up to the Thrive Conference, and we are having people speak on Refuel that you'll get to hear in person and in depth at the Thrive Conference. And one of these folks is Miles McPherson. One of the things I love about this guy, he played for the San Diego Chargers, dramatic conversion to Jesus Christ, pastors an amazing church down in San Diego that we send people to, is one of the wisest voices, and very few wise voices are out there, one of the wisest voices these days on some of the things going on in this country and how the country might be healed away from being the divided states of America. And he's written a book called The Third Option. The guy's been on TV all over the place. I can't wait to unleash him at Thrive, but I wanted to give you an early snapshot of the kind of things he's going to be saying. So, Miles McPherson, welcome to Refuel.
Another thing is to have race consultations, not race conversations. Every time you talk to any human, even yourself, you are having a race conversation. Because we do see color. By the way, your eyes, your brain processes like 100 million bits of information a second, some crazy number. 90% of that comes through your eyes. So you see shape, motion, texture, depth, and color. Even when you close your eyes, you see black. So you can't not see it. So when you talk to people, even yourself, you are having a race conversation. If I talk to myself, I'm talking to a tan brother with green eyes and no hair. I know what I'm talking to. So if two white people are talking, they know they're talking to white people. If two Filipinos are talking, they know they're talking to Filipinos. There's nothing wrong with that. You are just acknowledging what God made. The problem is when you see people, especially that you don't know, your brain, because of your social narrative, will start to calculate and make all these assumptions based on what you see. And those assumptions are based on information you got in the past. It could be something that happened to you last week or when you grew up. Your social narrative will create this race conversation in your head. He's Asian, he's white, he's black, he looks rich, he looks poor, da-da-da-da-da-da. And you have all these assumptions in your head. That's a race conversation. What you need to do is take all that information and set it aside and have a race consultation. What that means is that you are now going to allow that person to self-disclose to you who they are, what they know, what their experiences are, instead of you imposing on them your assumptions. There was an incident happened in the news a week or two ago where a lady was in Central Park walking her dog. And her dog was off the leash. African-American man says, can you put the dog on the leash? As the bird watching part of the Central Park. And she didn't put the dog on the leash. So the video that he filmed, she's got her dog in her hand, the leash in this hand. The dog is, going crazy. And she's yelling at him to turn the camera off, saying, I'm going to call the police. And he's saying, ma'am, can you put the dog on the leash? And she calls the police and says, there's an African-American man threatening my life. Can you send the police? And the police came. And then she finally put the dog on the leash, which is what she was supposed to have done in the first place. Well, she had a race conversation in her head. So a black guy, she felt uncomfortable. He wasn't threatening her. She calls the police come. Little did she know that guy, well, one, he was right, but he was also a Harvard grad, but she didn't see that. She didn't have a race consultation. She didn't give him a chance to disclose to her who she is. We have to stop doing that and start listening to people, getting to know people, and hearing people's story.